Hey guys, this is Wmwesports Season 2, the last Grand Prix of what's been a very long season. The Yas Marina circuit, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This is our quali lap against the circuit which I really don't like. Horrible to drive, horrible to watch. But what this is my first league race using the wheel rather than pad. And so I don't have too high expectations for this race. I'll be happy with a top 7 finish. We're in P7 on this quali lap at the moment. Rob Wills might be a little bit out of touch in 5th, but I'm hoping we might be able to get Mick as we take an odd line through there. We lose a bit of time through that second chicane. There's a yellow flag somewhere. Really difficult to judge traction going through that chicane. But we're up 3/10 now. Lost about half a tenth going through this fiddly section. We may even have kissed the wall there. The Scam are currently on provisional pole. So we run wide going there, we've definitely lost time there. But we P6 we qualify, and I'm straight to the start of the race. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out and away we go. We have a horrible start. Really struggling with the clutch control using the wheel. We get swamped early. So in P8, as good guy with awful lagging in front of us, really putting me off. Really hard to see what on earth's going on. As Mick takes a strange line there as well. He broke a lot earlier than I thought he would. So a very poor start from us. And now being behind good guy, this will be really difficult. Really difficult to lose focus with that going on in front of you.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Look at that lagging, absolutely awful. So we lost out to Mick and good guy at the start there. And there's a VSC, there's an accident zone behind us. And so as we start lap 2, there's a green flag.
Okay, clear.
Good guy's got a drive through, possibly after that VSC. Looks like Mick's lagging out as well. Need to get past these very quickly. So that's Mick. And so we're going to chase down good guy now. No DRS yet, of course. We're only on lap 2. What this has done is we've lost time to the top 6 or top 5. I was hoping, despite maybe not having the pace of them, if I could can the DRS train and race quite cleanly, we may be able to pick up positions towards the end. Because what I have found in practice with the wheel is I'm a lot less likely to get penalties. Although that is a warning there. So good guy's lagging seems to have finished now. So hopefully we can make a move on. He's got a drive through, of course, so we don't want to be too silly. No, it's lagging again. Hopefully he pits this lap, because this is very difficult. And as you can see, I lost time there as well. He does pit for his drive through. Lost a lot of time to Brown Dog then behind me. But as we come on to lap 5, we're 1.5 seconds behind the cars in front, so we're not too far off the top 5. What we do have is a Mini Laverick behind us, championship leader, championship winner at this point. And he's making a charge now on those much fresher mediums. They'll be quicker now, those mediums, than our softs. And we're not going to put up too much of a defence. There is our race isn't with Mini. It's probably not with the top 5 either. It's probably with the likes of Laverick and Brown Dog behind us. As we run wide there, lost of concentration a little bit. So lap 5 P7, I said I wanted to, you know, finish top 8. That was my aim with a clean race, and so far we're on track for that. And hopefully we can go higher as well. So we pitted, and as we go into lap 8, we had a purple last sector. We've jumped Skarma. It may be possible to jump Rob as well here. No, he does come out in front. But that undercut's worked. We're ahead of Skarma. We're behind Rob, who does have a penalty, and he's going to get held up in traffic here possibly, with Niari in front of him. Oh, just look at that traction compared to Niari. Niari's tyres will be about 8 or 9 laps old now. Rob's a brand spanking new. So much more traction. And with Skarma ahead of us, he probably is quicker than us. We need to get ahead of Niari quite quickly. In last week's race in Brazil, where I do think I'd have had some really strong pace and got a podium. Skarma's pretty much nailed on for 3rd in the championship, which is a shame for us. We had about 12 races where we pretty much podium or at least 4th every single race. But the last podium was at Spa. Since then it's been 2 DNFs. We didn't start at Brazil. We had a poor race in Singapore where we chose the wrong tyres in the wet conditions, and so a really disappointing end to the season. But as we go into lap 9 now, we're right behind Niari. We're not quite close enough here. He's got good straight line speed. We should get better traction coming into the hairpin though. Because Rob at the moment is running away from us slightly. Oh, Niari's rear tyres just don't want a bike coming out of that traction zone. As we get onto the second chicane, even with DRS, he is very, very quick in a straight line, that car. But we're a bit later on the brakes. We give him the inside. We get the inside, but our line's slightly compromised. And so with his straight line speed, he's going to get past us again, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to be side by side going into the chicane. Niari runs wide there. We're going to take our chance. And we get the inside going into here. But he's going to try the grip for it. But look at the amount of time we've lost to Rob in front of us now. Skarma also cut up very, very quickly. I think that was Skarma running very wide behind us. So on lap 9, we're P8.
We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down.
And on lap 11, we're up to P6. There's a virtual safety car.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
So on lap 11, we are making inroads actually on Mazda in front of us. Wonder if he's been a bit harsher on the tyres than us. So we'll definitely keep this up. And this is quite surprising that we are able to make time. I wonder if he's struggling with an issue. And on lap 13 is another virtual safety car.
Delta is too low and we risk a
And look how much we've caught to Mazda there.
immediately.
But what we do have is a Scammer right behind us.
Ending. Maintain your pace.
We've got to be really careful how we...
VSC ending. Wait for green.
We had to hold the throttle. I wonder if Scammer did as well. I don't think he did. He's going to come zooming in our rearview mirror any minute now. There he is. And that good work, getting closer to Mazda, was ruined slightly in that virtual safety car period. Because we've now got a Scammer right behind us. Because that's not the correct line to go through that corner. And Scammer right on our back now. There's a yellow flag out somewhere, I'm not sure what that is. There's Mattelman pits, that's up another position, that's P5.
It's a lap. 5/10.
And it looks as though he's gone onto the softs. So that's a different strategy. Be very interesting to see if that works out.
Our gap to the car
We are back to catching
1.8
Mazda in front of us now. Taking a couple of tenths off him there. Didn't quite hit the apex of the hairpin, but should get good drive coming out. Hopefully that'll mitigate the DRS threat from Scammer behind us slightly. Paul very close to the back of us there. And I think even from that, obviously myself and Scammer have quite different driving styles. I was slowed down greatly for the corner for a fast exit, whereas he's the opposite, and
faster engine mode.
we sometimes take each other by surprise. We've taken probably half a second already on this lap from Mazda in front of us. Scammer's had an issue somewhere, he's dropped back slightly. Mazda definitely not enjoying this stint on the medium tyres.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
So we're going to have to pit soon. I wonder if Mazda has wing damage, because he isn't normally this slow and his qualifying time was quite a lot quicker now, so I wonder if he's carrying some damage. Or he's ruined a pair of tyres, the set of tyres he's on. Which is close to what we did with the rears then. Hopefully we don't get a Baku style puncture on this straight. Mazda knows I'm closing up with him, he goes defensive. So he knows I'm coming, he knows I'm catching. Is he? Oh, we nearly spin there. Just about hold on to it, but we've lost ground to Mazda. Luckily we were within DRS range, so we'll catch up slightly. And we are quicker through this as Mazda locks up in front of us. So I think he's starting to feel the pressure slightly now. Tyres definitely not gripping as good as they were a couple laps ago. And Scammer behind's back catching me now as well. So an interesting dynamic in this race. I'm both attacking and defending at the moment at the same time. So as you can see, Paul again is catching us as we get onto lap 16. There's Matterman on that very, Strange alternative strategy, puts in the fastest lap. Personal best first sector for us. Mazda very slow through the hairpin. We will be within DRS range again, and we get much better traction coming off that hairpin than he does. We're just about holding Scammer behind us in out of DRS range, which is important as well. I think we're coming up behind some back markers now. As we take that chicane, much better than previously. 3/10 gain just in that chicane. 3/10 gain on Scammer behind on our Mazda in front of us. Not close enough to make a move, but definitely a very good lap here from us. Could have hit that chicane a bit better. Very similar to the Singapore sling that was there a few years ago. Don't know why they just don't turn it to the left-hander. There's plenty of runoff down that way. And all it does for putting that chicane there is stop overtaking. It's myself and Matt coming up to lap saloon. We're the closest we've been to Mazda on this lap. And I hope Mazda lap saloon before we get to DRS range.
In this lap, push now.
So we're going to pit this lap. But I would really like to overtake Mazda first to make sure I come out of the box before he does on a fresh set of tyres. The saloon goes for a spin somewhere. Saloon's gone. No yellow flag. There's the yellow flag coming out. Look how close we are now to Mazda. Oh, and the safety car's out. And that's ruined that. That's ruined that attempt at an overtake. So we stopped for the fresh pair of mediums to the end. Some stopped on softs. Very difficult to say which is the right decision at the moment. I think the softs will be faster initially, but our medium should. And so Mataman does pit. No, Mataman crashes into the pit wall by the looks of that. Scammer gets a better run on us. We were looking at Mataman's accident. He's going to have a look. I don't think he's going to make it. He spins behind us. And so we're going to try to trace Rob. We have 0 penalties at this point. Rob has 8 seconds. So there's a podium in this. A very, very unlikely podium. As we come and lap some cars no longer in the race, such as Mick. But Scammer and Laverick on the softs behind us are definitely quicker at this point. It's just whether their tyres will burn out soon and we'll be quicker again. Very difficult decision to make in regards to tyres under the safety car. And the safety car was out for a very long time. That gap to Rob ahead is 2 seconds. So at the moment we definitely be scoring a podium. Oh, but that's a 3-second penalty, which is not what we wanted. As you can see, Scammer and Laverick behind me are queuing up. We're going to do some real defensive driving here. At the moment though, we're still within that 5 seconds of Rob. There is 7 laps to go though. So I just need to make sure I don't make any more mistakes. Try and keep the gap as it is. I'm also going to need to make a bit of time to Laverick behind me because he's within my 3-second gap. So on lap 22, at the moment we'd be 4th with the penalties because of where Laverick is. Laverick can gain a lot from here. If we can get 3 seconds on Laverick there, we will be P3 at this rate.
0.3 seconds. Virtual safety car deployed.
And there's the VSC.
Maintain a positive tyres.
And so on to lap 24, as you can see we're still within the 5 seconds to Rob in 3rd. But we still need to extend that gap to Laverick behind us. And I think Scammer's tyres are now going off. I think the mediums are the quicker race tyre right now. We're not even catching Rob now. That gap down from 2.4 seconds a couple laps ago to 2 seconds now. So this is looking really, really good. And another thing as well, Mazda's just overtaken Laverick. He's on mediums. He's feeling now that these tyres are better. We do have lost a bit of time for there too, Rob. Lost a couple of tenths. But as it stands, we will be P3.
Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds.
What I've learnt from early in the season though is Rob is a lot kinder on his tyres than I am. So that might come into play towards the end of the race. Until lap 27. Rob has extended that gap, but I don't think he's going to make it 1.8 seconds in a lap and a half. So at the moment we will have a podium. Our first one since Spa. It'll feel all the better for me. It's my first race on the wheel. I was quite nervous before the race of how I perform or how I could deal with traffic, etc. But been really positive so far. But we get a poor exit out there. Mars is going to be chomping at the bit to try and get hold of us. That gap to Rob, 3.8 now. As I said, Rob will look after his tyres a lot better than we can. And so on to lap 28 out of 28, the last lap. We are looking at a podium. There is a podium place in this for us. We'll just need to defend Master. We've got a that hairpin. Mazda has got the rest and he's got very, very good straight line speed. To the car, he's to get the run. Look at the gap to Rob.
Okay, we lost the position.
That's our podium gone. Couldn't get past us, so he drove into us. Very, very difficult to get past him in this section as well. Driving quite angrily at the moment. I think you can tell by my driving now, I've completely lost my head here a little bit. I'm just punching on the accelerator. It's not doing me any good. P3 to P5 in a lap as we finish the last race of this season, and you can see the contact here just about on the replay, just completely barges us. It's lucky I didn't spin down completely. Reported to the stewards we may get P4, we definitely won't get P3 though because of the gap to Rob, but a very, very good race, a very good season. Thank you guys for watching, on to the next game.